Hello, guys. Thank you for joining me again on another week of Tuesdays at 2 with Dujon. And as usual, I'll be demonstrating some of our InnoCare software and initiatives that we have going on here at the company for all the clinicians out there. All right. So before I dive into any demos or going into the software, even the charting, which I'll be touching on today, along with our customer portal, as you can see right here for charting as well. I'll be just bring your attention down to our right side on our web page. We have different blogs we release every week or every week or so, and right now we have one for the new compliance that have been handed down by College of Physiotherapists in Ontario, and just ways of keeping records and their new record standards. One great thing about InnoCare is that all of our software, like charting and our scheduling software, are all compliant with a lot of these rules. So that will give you peace of mind when it coming to, maybe even choosing a EMR, or if you're currently using it right now, you don't really have to worry about a lot of that. So all you'd have to do, you can, if you're not already receiving the newsletter, just go to the InnoCare website and go to resources, and it will bring you to this page. As you can see, we have a blog up right now, an article on that written by our colleague Carrie Bernard, and it goes through everything and how InnoCare would be able to help you with that. So definitely, we do encourage you to take a look at that, and I'll jump right into it. I'll start off with the Assist portal, because one thing it does, it's once you're a customer with us here, you would have your own portal where you can go in and see how, just check on your services, and you can have all your customer information in there as well. So it's great for your connect call answering, just to name a few, along with your software like charting as well, where the engage feature. So if you've seen a couple of our demos from prior, the engage feature, I'll dive right into that section and just show you how that would work. So you have an Assist portal. Once you become a customer, you'd sign in with your email and password, just like you see here. Choose your clinic, of course, and then just log right in. So once you log in, it brings you to this page where you have your home, clinic information, charting if you have it with us, and also training. So this is great. This is a great way for you to interact with us. You don't always have to call. You can always check on your services to make sure everything is okay. So if I scroll down here, you'll see all the services that anything that's highlighted, that would mean that you have that current service with us. If you don't, it gives you some information. You can get in contact with us, or you can surf the site for that information as well. So we have our Boost scale. Boost is our patient referral. Scale is more of clinic assistance as well, as far as software and also HR, all the other facets of it, along with charting software, our connect call answering service, engage, which is the email marketing through the charting feature, and also benefits. So if you didn't know before, we do offer a wide range of services that will help, not only the clinic run efficiently, but also the employees of the clinic, owners. This is pretty much, we're able to help see a clinic succeed and grow. All right. So what I'll do is I'll go right into charting just to show you where you'll be able to go in, and you can turn your engage feature on or off for any patient. So that gives you that great flexibility just to go in and turn it off if a client is not interested in getting any follow-up emails through their charting, which I don't see happening, because it's a great feature that helps you keep in contact with them and keeps them involved in their recovery as well. All right, and if I go back, I'll go to the second here. Go to software. Software. This just shows that you have software with us, and then charting is the same feature. Features are on or off as well. All right. So if I go back to basic features like your clinic information sheet, which has all your information. If you're with Boost, you would have like your pricing and all of that stuff all located in there as well. All right. I'll jump into charting quickly, just to kind of quickly go through it, just to give a quick refresher for anyone who might be new watching. All right, so once you sign into a charting feature, it's completely cloud-based. It's online. You can log into it from anywhere, from at home, anything you would like to do. It's a great way to get rid of paper, free up your time. You can save for later and stuff like that. So you can go in, look up your patient very easily. If the patient's not there, you can add new, or you can open up the current patient file. So I'll go into this one right now. This brings you to where you would start your assessment or start a SOAP note. So depending on what stage you're with that client, this is where you would pick your features going forward. So you have the options. So if you're a physio, chiro, massage therapist, this is totally across the board. Will help you no matter what practice you're in, essentially. So we'll start assessment just to give you a quick overview. You can select the appointment time, the funding stream, which populates the forms for you. I'll quickly tell you that right now. So like our charting will pre-populate like your MVA forms for you. So you wouldn't have to worry about going online to download those. Pick your dates and your clinic. Hit continue. I'll jump through it here. These are the little envelopes which consider all the information that you put under these fields into the engage email. So the date of injury, of course, will be taken into account, along with provider type, depending on what the person is coming in under. And then you can just go through and fill out the information as you see fit. As I've always mentioned in all my other demos, you can put as much information as you need in. You don't have to put if something doesn't apply, you don't have to worry about it. The system won't account for it at the end of the note. So you can go in, fill out as much info as possible. I'll just quickly do some quick typing here, just so we can have something at the end to show you. And you can go into as much detail as possible. So if you just go in, you can easily select. And as I mentioned, it will apply to most of physiotherapists, but also your chiros. You also have charting capabilities through there. And as I mentioned, if it doesn't apply, you can skip over it. It will compress everything for you into a nice, neat format at the end. On the objective tab, we have our body man, where you can select all the diagnostic codes that you would need. So you can select up to 5 diagnostic codes per body part. So that's great. Go in, you just have to hit the drop down, scroll through, select whichever one that applies, hit confirm, and you can do it up to 5 times on one body part. So you can easily go in, hit your list, and go through. So that's a lot better than typing or even looking it up online, which I know some physicians do. So this makes it a lot easier and straightforward for you and saves you a lot of time, of course. All right, then you have your analysis page. This is where some of the engage features will come into play. If I bring your attention here, 1 second. We'll go down to the enter goals or hobbies. So this may be something the person wants to do. If it's running, bike riding, snowboarding again. I'll show you what that looks like. So you go in, let's say you go with snowboarding, it will categorize that for the email that will be sent out. So for example, for a winter sport, which winter is coming up, it already snowed in Ottawa for the Grey Cup. So if you can already tell, okay, it would send a reminder to your patient stating, well, the season is about to change. Did you want to come back in to see your physiotherapist just to make sure that everything is okay for that season? So that's what it will do for you, and it will categorize that and automate those emails to that patient. So even if it's an activity like basketball or soccer, we'll go with soccer for now. It will go team sports, so it categorizes all of these for you. So it's very personalized at the same time. We'll hit the drop down again, fill out some more information. All right, and you just have to just scroll through and select whichever applies. And as I mentioned, you can also use this on various platforms. So your computer, laptop, any tablet, anything that you can access the web on, you'd easily be able to log in and go ahead. You can save your notes as well and assessments for later. And also, what the system does, it saves every 60 seconds. I'll show you what that looks like in a second when it pops up here for you. On the final treatment page, this is where the timing would be automated for the charting. So as you can see here, the notes being saved currently. Save to open chart notes. Great. And then so you have product referrals. That's another feature of the Engage. So if you have a product that you want to refer to this patient, you can easily do that, no problem. So let's, for example, biofreeze, which I know a lot of clinics have in there. From my visits, I've seen pretty much every clinic has it at the front there. You have your duration of the treatment. So the Engage feature takes all of this into account and automates the emails, so they won't be bombarded. They won't feel like you're sending me a bunch of marketing or something like that. It's actually to check in and keep that line of communication open. All right. So I'll quickly finish the note so I can jump and show you what the forms would look like. So it will confirm with you that you're finished. You hit yes. And then it brings you to the window where it populates your form. So yeah, I picked motor vehicle, so it would populate the OCF forms for me here. So this applies for any province that you're in. So depending on your province, it will populate those forms for you. If you don't see it, all you'd have to do is go to add another form, and this is a list of all the forms that we currently carry through the system, which are all do apply Canada-wide depending on your province, of course. All right, so we'll go with the OCF 18. And then it populates it into a editable PDF for you. So you can edit this PDF as you can see here. I can quickly go in, make a change if anything is wrong. And I can do the same for the entire form. So I can easily go in and make any changes I would like. There we go. As you can see. And it's very quick and easy. Anything that you're missing, you can quickly go in and make your changes, no problem. So that's great. You can print that, send it off to wherever it has to go, and then you'll be good to go. As you can see, it has your diagnostic codes that you selected earlier, that I selected earlier there. So that's a great automated way that this system helps you to not only stay paperless, but also save a lot of time and see more patients, which is what, is the end goal for a lot of physicians out there. All right. So I'll jump to the, already went through the portal and we've already discussed charting. I will jump over to the scheduling. So this is our InnoCare software. I'll stay on the surface level for you guys today. I know in my previous demos, I've dug deep into like our reporting tools along with our other features in the software. It's very in-depth, very easy to use, very user-friendly. Every user kind of finds their own way of using it after a while. As you can see, this would be our main interface once you log in. So it brings up your schedule right here. This is what we call our week view for each practitioner. So it'll have each practitioner on their own tabs. If you wanted to see their entire week and what it looks like, you could just easily go into the week view, which is the one that we're on right now. Then there's also a day view. Day view brings up everybody side by side and shows you what's going on for each practitioner that day. And we can just go through, it doesn't matter which day it might be. This is great for your front desk staff just to see where the gaps are and what's going on for that day, or as far as availability. Then there's a practitioner view. So don't worry, all you practitioners that are solo, or maybe it's just 2 or 3 of you in the clinic, this is great because you have your schedule on the right here, and then you would have your patient information or any other window that you would have to toggle to right there readily available. So I could even click on this patient right here, which is Bob Tomato, a great name. You just click on it right there. This will bring up the clinic information preview, or the patient appointment card preview. What happens is I can go to the view client folder, just click on it right there. It populates that client's file right here for me, which then I can quickly jump into their records, which keeps all their appointments that they've had, along with their billing information all on tap right there, along with documents. So you can also upload any documents for patients' pictures to the software as well. So if you're looking to get rid of all that paper or make some space with that big filing cabinet you have in the back, you can easily upload as many files as you'd like to the software for any patient. So you just have to right click and hit add, and you will just browse your computer, add that directly in, no problem. All right. So I'll go back to the appointment book here, which is the week view, just so I'll show you how to make an appointment. So quickly, all you'd have to really do is just right click, hit create. This brings up the create appointment window here for you. So you can put a memo on there. I'll show you. It also gives you visual cues as well. I'll show you what that looks like. You can have your appointments recurring, of course, which a lot of scheduling softwares do. And then you also have your general information right here. So the name of the patient, you can search any recent patients you've already booked in. So we'll just pick someone randomly there. And then you can also choose the treatment type. So you can quickly go in. One second, I'll choose what's here. We'll go with this practitioner. All right. So let's say we choose Roy Woods as a practitioner. You can hit the type of appointment at the bottom here. The great thing about our software is that you're able to upload all your pricing as far as what you offer and everything, all the treatments, everything that you offer in the clinic preloaded into the system. So it'll have the pricing and also time allotted for each one. So you can customize this to the T to what you do specifically, just to make the day go a lot easier for you guys there at the clinic. All right. And you can choose a label or a color. So you can choose pretty much any color in the world, I would say. Has an entire rainbow pretty much of options for you, and you can categorize all your appointments. So usually we have assessments, PR only, which is private only, tests, treatments, anything like that. You can easily go in and just select whichever one that applies. Everything else is pretty straightforward as far as location times, the practitioner, along with a recall date as well, which you can put a reminder to get back in contact with this patient to book them back in. So we'll hit accept, book that person in right there. As you can see, we have them in on Thursday at 9:30 a.m. I can even look in some more information on that appointment just by clicking on the light bulb. So let's say it is Thursday. That person has come in, and the person is running a little bit late. There's statuses that you can apply to these. So if you hit the status icon there, you can hit confirmed. If that person confirms online when you send them an e-confirmation, which you can do from the software, it would send you back a smiley face confirmation. If they've arrived, you can preset that as well. Rebook, canceled, or complete or late. The great thing about all of these icons is that they're all reportable. So this is great if you wanted to check the temperature of the clinic as far as fall-offs, and just to kind of see what the clinic's doing on a month-to-month basis, or whenever you do check into that. All right. Then you can send your e-confirmation directly from here as well. You can charge a patient right here and also add a product to that. You can edit the appointment, delete it, add attachments, of course jump into the patient's file, and everything else. You can edit their treatment plan, as you can see there. Another great feature is the balance as well on this card. You will be able to see, you can have a running balance for a patient. So you'll be able to see what their current balance is right now. As you can see, it says 0. If they are on any payment plans, or if they have any third party, you would see it populate there as well. And also everything is timestamped. So as you can see, it says when I put this memo in and at what time, and also when I created the appointment and when was the last time I modified this appointment as well. So for clinics with multiple users, this is great for you. It keeps that accountability, makes sure everything is in line for that day. All right. Okay, so I'll charge this client quickly just to show you the receipt feature and what that looks like. So you'll bring that up there. It'll give you very straightforward what your pricing is and what the person's coming in for. If they're at a different clinic, you can select the clinic. So if you're an organization with multiple locations and you do your billing at one centralized location, you can easily post all your payments to that location, and they'll be able to access, whoever is handling the billing can access that directly and handle it from there. All right, you can add any kind of payment plans or even third-party information here if it's not already there. Hit OK, and then you'll see a $sign on that patient's file. Once the person has paid, I just have to hit that bulb again, go to post payment, where I want to post that payment. It will give me what the person came in for, all of that right there. And also you can put a description in. You can have this emailed to them directly, just by clicking on the email option or print preview it, whichever one works best for them. Whichever form of communication works best for them, you can easily go in and do that, no problem. If you have multiple locations, at the top, I'll bring your attention there to now viewing. You'll see I'm on the GTA Physio. I can select my other clinic, which is McLean Clinic right here, and then just hit OK. Reset. And it will bring up the other clinic schedule. So as you can see, this is someone else that we have on the software, or another clinic, and I can easily go in and access all of that, no problem, as you can see there. So I'll jump back to GTA Physio here. Hit OK, and there we go. One thing I'll bring your attention to as well, if you're adding an appointment, let's see here. Or actually, no, these little icons you're seeing with the look like little pencils. This is our pencil data options. So this is for online booking, where you can send an invitation directly to a patient just by going into their profile. So I'll jump right into their profile right here. Go to their profile there, and you can send them, you can invite them to pencil that directly. The reason why we set it up like this is just so that you can have your current patients book in, see the schedule, what's available. They wouldn't be able to see any other appointments on the available slots, and they can book themselves in. It's easy because you have a way of getting in touch with them. It's not like if they were to book online, you don't know who they are, they don't show up, and then you kind of lost that hour of time that you had set aside for them. So it's a great way that we kind of help clinics and physicians stay on top of that as far as that goes. All right. Let's see here. What I'll do as well, I'll jump into the report. So our third-party billing is great, or great integration. So this helps you stay organized as far as all your claims. Instead of jumping between portals, streamline it where we integrate with TELUS and a lot of other third-party insurers as well. So you wouldn't have to worry. We majority of them out there we do integrate with. And you can go in and you can run a report here and see the status on those claims. So just like how I charged that patient earlier, once I charge that patient, if they had third-party information on file and it's partially paid by an insurer or anything like that, you would be able to see it directly right here. So you can run a report, see the pending claims, approved claims, denied. So you can make a decision before you post it on that file or for your numbers. You can quickly go here and just confirm a lot of your information. So as you can see, you'll see the statuses right here on all the claim and customer or client information directly right here. So your third-party payers, effective date, the provided date, reference numbers, everything you would pretty much need to confirm all of that information. And you can narrow it down to any date or anything specific like that as well. All right. On the management staff, this is great for your, let's say, clinic managers or anything like anyone that would be doing end of day reports or anything like that. You can run a query or report on your clients. I won't dive in too much because we've done it a lot of the times in all our other demos. But you can run a report on all the late, let's say, for example, late clients, people who have been rebooking. So it's a great way for you to check in and see where your fall-offs are. And you can easily go in and just run a quick report, and you can contact these patients as you can see here. It also gives you the amount of times you've provided them treatments and how many times you booked them in as well. We also have one for appointments. This is great. If you wanted to see how your appointments are doing, how often you get certain appointments as well, you can narrow it down to your physicians. You have a balance query as well, where you can see overdue balances. So anyone having anything owing, it gives you 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, and 120 days. Also automates your collection letters as well. Just by right-clicking on an outstanding amount, you just go to Notice of Outstanding Accounts, and it can populate a letter for you. As you can see here, you can set the due dates, the pricing, and there's a first, second, and third, and final notice, which is the third notice that you can submit as well to that patient. So as you can see, it creates a great clean looking letter here for you with your clinic logo and information, and then just a detailed letter detailing that we would like to accept, collect the payment owing currently on this patient's account. All right. You can email that off, save it, anything in particular the software will allow you to do. I'll jump over to the end of day report, which brings you just make sure everything is in line for the clinic for that day, for that week, just to make sure you haven't missed anything from that day. So you have your incomplete mandatory fields. So these are all the patients that are missing information. I can easily go in, I can right click and just view client folder. It will populate that in the background for me. I can make my changes and jump right back to the next patient. There's also clients with no future appointment. This is amazing because you never know, right? After a busy day, you're not going to remember, okay, did Joe, book his next treatment or anything like that. So this way you can go in and say, hey, I can get in contact with him very quickly. As you can see, you would have their phone number, contact information right here. If you needed more information, you just right click and view their folder and go from there. Then you have an attendance summary for that day as well, just to kind of see how the day went as far as how many visits you've had. Don't think we put any in for that day for today, the 28th. So that's why I keep searching there for me. But that's what you'll be able to do. You can go in, run an attendance summary, and see exactly, this is a great way to see how the day went, where there were maybe some fall offs, where did you guys get really busy throughout the day and stuff like that. It would also give you an amount as far as how much you brought in for that day, as well as far as appointments and such. All right. So while that loads, because it's just searching for information currently. I don't think we booked anything for today. I'll jump back to the portal here. So if I come back to the portal, just to quickly show you guys again the Assist portal, where you'll be able to have all your clinic information. If you're with us on Connect, which we have a great offer going on right now on that service, where we'll be able to answer all your calls, guarantee you a patient at least within that first month of that service. And a lot of clinics have been drawn to that, because we make it very easy for you as a front desk staff, as a clinic owner. When you come in the morning, all you'd have to do, you would log into your portal here. You can check your messages quite easily. You just have to go in, and click on your Connect service. And then once you click on there, you'll be able to check your messages, see how many calls you've received or what you've missed from the night before, or even if we got you a new client, which the service is great for, we would provide you with that information. Another big plus is that the fact that if you were to have our software, we could even book that brand new patient into your software for you. So that's another great way we kind of help you with, make sure you're seeing all your patients and even help getting new patients as well. If I go back here, you'll have the payment summary and financial summary as well. Everything is just all numbers based. This is what I charged earlier, so you'll be able to see it there, and you can save this information for later. So if you do any kind of payment scheme with like contracted, let's say RMTs or anything like that, you want to split the fees, you can easily run reports and narrow it down as far as what that person brought in or how many patients they saw and such. So as you can see, all our services kind of work hand in hand. It's one big pot where we're able to kind of help clinics from starting from from the bottom up. If you're in between, we can help you as well. If you're looking for a little bit of change, maybe something to bring a little bit more to the clinic, we can definitely assist you with that as well. And we do encourage you to definitely stay abreast of a lot what we have going on. If you go to the website, or even our resources page on the website, which gives you a lot of information on what we have going on and our services. We definitely do encourage you to take a look at that as well. All right, so we will be going on a little bit of a hiatus for the rest of the year. Actually, everybody is away for their holidays. Hope everyone has a happy holidays, and we'll be resuming in the new year. We're going to have some new initiatives coming along with InnoCare and our services, so do stay tuned to what we have going on. If anything, go to the website. A lot of our information and releases are there. You can even check us out on Twitter as well. It's InnoCare. If you search InnoCare, you'll be able to find us there as well. And we'll be able to have, we'll be updating all the new initiatives we have going on with our services and new plans we have going forward as well. So don't forget, take a look at the website, innocare.ca. You can give us a call here if you have any questions at 1-844-208-0117. And I hope everybody has a happy holidays when that comes. And see you guys all in the new year. Thank you, and have a great day. Bye-bye.